Hello, everybody. I'm Nini from the Liminal Star, and I have been invited here to talk about my newest project, the Hekatean Cave Path. So, a second to talk about me. I'm Nini. I'm a Friulian witch, which means I am from Italy, from the northeast corner of Italy, a place called Friuli. I am a certified spirit channel, and I am a very long time devotee of Goddess Hekate. Hecate has been in my life for a good part of 2 decades right now. And lately, my studies as a spirit channel allowed me to start channeling her as well as other spirits. And from this union, I had the chance to channel the Hekatean Cave Path as a journey for you to join me in. So allow me to bring up a little thing so I can keep track of what I'm saying because I'm nervous. Okay. Sorry about that. The Hekatean Cave Path. As I said, it's a liminal journey, and it will be held into the Dark Goddess Collective private network. But let's see what liminality is about first. This journey is for people who are in between. It's for people who feel that their habits, their life, their relationships, the way they live their spirituality do not belong to them anymore. It's for people who are feeling trapped into their lives and they realize they have been living the life of somebody else. And that somebody else is an individual made of all the problematic thoughts, all the non-useful things we learn, and all the trauma we accumulate over the years. And there is a moment, and actually there are a lot of moments in a spiritual person's life where something snaps and we realize we are in between and we need to move forward. This will happen several times, as I said, because our growth, our journey is a spiral. And to every turn, we are going to face again the same kind of issues. It's important in that moment to remind us that even if the same issues came up again, it's a different person who is dealing with them right now. I want to spend a couple of words about liminal spaces. A liminal space is a space where two words touch each other. And it's a concept that historically is embedded in the humankind's mind because it's related to caves, it's related to swamps, and all those places that kind of feel one thing in another. And specifically, caves are considered to be the entrance on the underworld for most of human history since prehistory. And Hecate is a goddess of liminal spaces. Traditionally, in the myth, she lives in a cave, which makes sense. But there is so much more to that. And there is so much more to Hecate in general that if I even try to simplify her, I would do her and you a disservice. But what we can say, is that Hecate is a goddess of thresholds, and she's a goddess of crossroads. Both of them are liminal spaces. A threshold is a space in a house in between two different rooms, two different spaces. And the crossroads Hecate guards are those where three roads meet. So you come away, you can't go back, and you have to decide if you're going to go left, if you're going to go right. And in that choice, in that turning point, Hecate is present. Hecate is present in the thresholds of our lives, when big changes happen, when big choices are made, when our lives takes turning points. In fact, one of Hecate's epithets, which are, let's say, adjectives and definitions, is Nissa, which means literally turning point. So Hecate, I guess at this point you should be starting to feel it. She's in all of those moments that make you a different person and allow you to go through a passage and grow and become something else. And in my relationship with Hecate, she has been always extremely invested and present and supportive of me and people working with me who were investing in themselves and becoming the best versions of themselves. So the Hekatean cave path is a journey with Hecate. The whole journey happens and is created through Hekatean energy. So it's not just a course, it's a sacred liminal space where her energy is everywhere and is everything, is created into her, is woven into her. And the Hekatean energy is so strong in healing us, in making us become something better than we are, something bigger than we are, and especially in the concept of going beyond what we are. Hecate is there. Channeling Hecate is a way to bring her energy, which is very big and sometimes undefined, into my own body as a way to allow you to connect to her through her words, her energy work, and to create that energy flow, to create that sacred space in which you can freely grow, heal. The Hekatean cave path has 3 phases. The first one is about healing. I work a lot healing with my clients, and I think it's fundamental for spiritual growth. We cannot go without healing. And this because trauma and limiting beliefs and the things we learn about ourselves that are not true and they're limiting us. It's like, let's put it like this. It's as if we are a house. Every time we suffer trauma, all the emotions that we cannot handle go into a room, and then we lock that room. And then it happens again, and we lock another room, and another room, and another room. And at the end, we are forced to move into the house, not basing on what we want to do and where we want to go, but basing on avoidance of those rooms. But in order to heal and reclaim our freedoms, we do have to open those rooms. Let light in, let some air in, deal with what's inside, and then move on. And this will be the first phase, which is going to take about a month, because the whole course is geared to be around 3 months. We will be working especially on safety, expression of ourselves, and worthiness. So this will be some of the biggest themes we're going to face in this phase. The second phase would be stepping into our sovereign selves, because the moment we have our house free again and empty of shadows, we will be able to build and also to really realize what we have, who we are, what are our gifts, our abilities, and also what we want to do. Because this journey is a lot about freedom. And freedom to be, freedom to grow, freedom to experience, freedom to create our lives, freedom to be sovereign and in charge. And this is the second phase. The third phase will be embodying the divine and reconnecting with the divine inside us, as well as the divine inside others, and creating a connection through routines and, the enhancing of our psychic abilities, our spiritual abilities, and putting us into a better alignment to really understand what our soul purpose is, what is our divine calling in this life. And this is something I am so passionate about. And this whole journey has a very strong energy related to this. It will propel you towards that because it's a sacred space, and liminal spaces have their own time, have their own dynamics. And living in this space for 3 months, I guarantee you, will move you forward so fast. Our tools will be shadow work, which is a series of techniques that will help us connect with our subconscious and find those rooms and face what's inside from a safe standpoint and allow everything to move through the air to breathe in and space to be made. Shadow work requires work from you. And that's a very important point. Through energy healing and channeling, Hekatean and I will be doing a lot of work on you. A lot of opening, a lot of enhancing, reconnecting, and igniting your powers. But the shadow work, I'll be here with you, but you will have to do it on your own with our help. But it's important that you are active in that, so prepare yourself. Get a notebook. Lastly, when and where. So the Hekatean Cave Path is going to be on the private network of the Dark Goddess Collective, and we'll be starting on December 28th, 2022, so in a month or so. You will be granted early access because the network will be still private at that point, and I will put a link in the description box so you can do your own thing and get more information. The numbers are limited. In order for me to be very present with each and every one of you, we will be capping the first generation to 25 people or 25 people. The duration is about 12 weeks, 3 months. It's flexible because most of the material is already there, but I will be present there for you with tutoring, with Q&As and so on. So if I hooked you up, if you're interested, if you just want to know more, if you want to get in touch with me or with the Dark Goddess Collective, find the link in the description box, send us an email, and see you there. Thank you. Thank you.